So I'm sort of getting the itch to rearrange my bookshelves, do something else with it. But I spent so much time arranging it the way it is. Like it's alphabetized, it's by genre. So if I mess it up, it's going to be such a pain to put this back together. Right now, this is my kind of a little miscellaneous. I have a few graphic novels, few travel books. I have a lot more travel books. They're just not here right now. That's my cookbook and alcohol wine section. Here's my plays. I guess I actually didn't know I had that many plays. This is my art section. It needs to expand more. And then we have poetry. I'm someone who doesn't read that much poetry, but somehow over the years. And then this is the short story collection. This is the non-fiction section. Memoirs, autobiographies, and biographies still about here. And then partly because this is what I studied in college, I've accumulated a lot of these used books. These are my textbooks from school. So that's like your history, your politics section. And then it gets really messy here because I have a hard time dealing with nonfiction. So there are essays and there's books about writing and grammar, like screenplays, and a few about ethics, religion, and philosophy there. And we'll see. This was hard to do, especially because I didn't know where to put monsters or like something about like communicators and all of these weird self-help books. And about here we have a bunch about like body and nutrition. If you know me, you know that I had a skincare phase, so there's a bunch on skincare here. And down here we have guides. We have books on technology because I work in the tech space. And we also have a books on economics. Again, that's something I studied in college. And a few language books. I also studied languages, but I can't speak any of them anymore. Moving on to the next section. We have here fiction, but it's pre-1900, so technically classics. And then there's fiction from 1900 to 2000. So this is more modern classics type thing. And then from here we have fiction 2000 onwards. So all your contemporary fiction, again, more modern classics go in there. It's a big section. I'm clearly running out of space, which is why I'm having to turn these books this way and place them. And here too, sometimes I run into problems because historical fiction, does it go there? I do have a separate historical fiction section there. Like someone like R.F. Kuang, right? This book I thought was more contemporary fiction than like a thriller or horror, but she has other books like Babel and the Poppy War series. I thought that was clearly like fantasy. But also she's writing I think a dark academia romance right now, so I don't know where that's gonna go. Maybe in the romance section. Okay, next we have the romance section. It's pretty big. I am thinking I need to like reorganize this and lay some of them horizontally so I have more space for other genres, but it's a big romance section obviously, and I still don't feel like a reader of romance. I don't know, it's a me problem. Yeah, we have historical fiction here. It looks pretty sparse only because I think some of them ended up in contemporary fiction. It's a weird line. I don't know what to draw it. And then we have thrillers and horror books. Again, I don't read as much of it as other people, so it is pretty small. And then I have a few middle grade and young adult books, like that's specifically targeted at that, like coming of age. Finally, this is my speculative fiction section. So that's your sci-fi, not all sci-fi, but most of my sci-fi is here, and fantasy and magical realism goes in here. Like something like this, right? This would be contemporary fiction as well, but it's magical realism, so I could have placed it in my other section there or here, and it was just I just wanted to put it with the other book. This felt more fantasy than this one, and I wanted to keep both his books together, so he ended up here. I'll have to reorganize it at some point if I want to keep buying books. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I need to stop buying books. Okay, that's it. Bye.